Yeah, my name's Darren Hepple. I'm a police sergeant based at the Safer Transport team at Havering. In 2010, I was asked to look at a project, Operation Reach, which was aimed at reducing or tackling the issue of rough sleepers in the capital. Having previously been involved in a programme to deal with offenders being released from prison, I took on the role and decided that we would support, encourage, direct rather than strictly enforce any rough sleepers or begging that was happening in the town centre.
Right, so I've been homeless after having a council tenancy in Great Yarmouth for 16 years because I'm an ex-heroin addict and people called in favours.
Never really had much of a family until when I lost my wife and my two children through different things. Not a very good thing in life.
And I became homeless through involving myself with gangs, involving myself with the wrong crowd, just stupid things, getting involved with the wrong people. And
in and out of prison, shoplifting, robbing people, just out and out really.
Because I had like a tough background, no one taught me the ways of life and where I've never had guidance.
During that initiative, I met and developed quite a close working relationship with Kim Murray, a street pastor and a member of Havering Christian Fellowship.
Well, I met Kim Murray because I was originally in hospital for a hernia operation, and they had to discharge me because they wanted my bed. So they discharged me and gave me, the worst thing they could ever done was give me 100 tramadol. And I actually collapsed on the street, and these three young girls come and asked me if I was alright and said if I was, do you need an ambulance? And they called an ambulance, and as before the ambulance came, Kim Mary came along with her friend, and she ended up coming to the hospital visiting me.
She had been working with these people for a number of years and had personal knowledge which was very beneficial to what we were trying to achieve.
I was sleeping in different churches. HCF was one of them, a beautiful church run by Mrs. Kim Murray.
Kim is a very determined, a very committed Christian, but she has a determination that she wants to help people, she wants to reunite families, and she drives everybody that meets her forward, and she did that with me.
My name is Tracy Haynes. I am a counsellor. I work for Hope for Havering with a project. I'm actually a recovering alcoholic myself. I've been in AA for 20 years. As recovery from alcoholism, I was in treatment centres, rehabs, stuff like that. So I went through the ringer really, although I was never actually homeless. I ran the gamut of nearly losing my children, and like a lot of our clients do.
The night shelter are purely funded by charitable donations, mainly through the church. We have one or two very generous people within the church who've given large sums of money to allow us to be able to do what we do. When I say we, it's mainly the church. I'm there for a bit of guidance and a bit of support and trying to pull all the agencies together. But the majority of the work is done by Kim and her team of volunteers. And they appear to have trained counsellors to come in, and they're given a full day session per week and then a number of hours across the 5 days in the week. And Tracy and Alan are absolutely fabulous. They've been where these people are now.
And I found an answer to that through the 12 Steps of Alcoholics Anonymous, which is what brought me to Hope for Havering really. I met with Kim, and she asked us if we could come in and take the clients who come through the shelter, set up a programme of recovery, and that's where it started really.
Prior to the Hope Havering project, there was virtually no provision for homeless people in Havering. So if someone would roll up at the council and say we have nowhere to stay, if they didn't meet priority need, or were seen to be intentionally homeless, they would have nowhere to get referred to. So they would face the street that night and every night thereafter.
We looked at the provision that was available for these rough sleepers that we were identifying, and due to an issue around them not being deemed homeless if they weren't rough sleeping for more than 3 or 4 nights a week, we decided that we would try and look at how we could set up a night shelter. And Kim, using her connections within the church, managed to set up a night shelter which ran at 7 different locations over 7 nights.
Logistically, using a different building on each night of the week can be quite tricky. There's a need for lots of volunteers who need to be coordinated quite specifically. Of course, you need various vehicles that are moving bedding and people from place to place. And it's also quite unsettling, I would say, in some senses for these guys. So there's this sense where they're in the street at one point and they have security, knowing that they've got somewhere to stay that night, only it would be even more secure if they had one set place to go each night.
They provided the bed for us, fair play to them, blow-up beds, mattresses, just basic things really.
Hope for Havering did a lot for me. It's more than just a homeless shelter for me. Hope for Havering, like, they helped me find God. It's really weird. Like, they've done a lot for me. They've sort of, like, it's more than a night shelter. They care about you. Like, Hope for Havering, you can sit there. Luke Spencer, you can sit there. You can have a chat with him. Like, they treat you as people, innit? Like, no matter what you've been through, no matter what you've done.
Oh yeah, fed you, of course. I mean, you know, you're allowed to help yourself. To drinks, coffees, teas, you know, just making you feel more welcome when at home.
It's changed some of these people's lives. They were on the streets, frightened, lonely, afraid of being on their own, afraid of being attacked, afraid of, I don't know, fear itself really. And the difference it's made in their lives has just been amazing. They can come here, they know it's a safe place. It's a dry place, you know, we don't want to be near about drugs or drink inside of them. It's a dry place, but we're offering them hope, and it's amazing. It's just amazing what's happened.
The night shelter not only provided a roof over people's heads, it also gives them an element of pastoral and support and care that they've never seen before.
Like, I never used to talk to police and that, but now I've got a lot of time for them. I know with the police now, I know they're actually there to help us, not against us, like how I see them when I was messed up all them years ago.
Hope for Havering took me on a trip, like, to actually Devon to raise money for these projects, to get these houses in motion. And it was quite an experience, because I was first told I've got to walk 70 miles. I don't think I could walk 70 miles, and I still had a hernia, and I was running up hills, and I got told off for King Mary. She said, we'll be putting you in hospital, not taking you back to Devon.
In July 2012, I was asked to accompany a party of people that the night shelter had become involved with on a fundraising sponsored walk down to Devon. And I managed to persuade my senior management team to allow me to attend and join them on that sponsored walk. And I went there for 5 days, and it was an absolute inspiration to me.
Working with the statutory agencies and other charitable organisations has been fantastic. There's something amazing about the unity of working in partnership with other agencies that are specialised in specific areas. And what you find is that being able to tap into the services that they provide, you find people having their lives transformed at a much faster rate.
If I didn't have Hope for Havering, I'd probably be dead by now. It's thanks to Hope for Havering, Alan and Tracy doing the 12-step programme that I am where I am now.
It's helped me tremendously. It's made a marked improvement on my life basically, because I've got somewhere to stay at night.
Thanks to King Mary, you thanks to everyone, the support of the police as well, Tracy as well, and Alan. Fantastic, fantastic work they're doing for us.
There's a statistic which I was told about by Major David Evans from the Salvation Army, who again, his team have been absolutely fabulous in this project. And they say that anybody who spends more than 12 months on the streets as a homeless person will become addicted to drugs or alcohol or both.
Life, basically. Yeah. I mean, homeless ain't something you are for, it's just one of those things that happens.